So here we go. It's giveaway time. Who can answer this question? The species that survives is not the strongest, the smartest, or the biggest. It's the one that has the most. Shane?
Adaptability.
Yes, but nope.
Heart.
Collaboration.
Okay, these are all awesome, but no. Yes, in the back.
Community?
Wait, okay, again.
Community?
That's also a good guess. In the back.
Resilience.
Resilience is also good.
Bonds.
I'm looking for it's a two-word answer.
That's what it is.
Ability to pivot, also good. In the back.
Self-awareness.
Also good. God, these are so good. We've got like a million books I need to give away. Yes, sir.
Communication.
Ooh, that's very close.
Emotional intelligence.
It's also good. So this is a word we have not, 2 words we have not said yet. Dun, dun, dun. Are you ready? I'm surprised no one said it.
Adaptable to change.
Badass.
Ooh, that's good. Badassery. So here we go. The species that survives is not the strongest, the smartest, or the biggest. It's the one that has the most
Oh my God.
feedback loops. You were going to say I did it. Feedback loops. This is so important. Feedback loops. This could be biological, this could be sociological, this could be psychological, right? Feedback loops. What's a feedback loop? What's a feedback loop? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, sir.
Similar to how like an ant colony operates?
Say a little more.
What was that?
Say more.
Pretty much how the colony communicates to what their main objective is, and they're constantly circulating information.
Yes, I like that. Okay. Constantly circulating information back and forth. What else? Yes?
It's like the suggestion box at a restaurant.
I love it. Yes. The suggestion box. We should all have our own personal suggestion box. Yes. And I mean that seriously. We should. Yes.
I think it's how you're constantly developing and learning. You get feedback from what you do, and then you put it into practice, and then you just kind of give feedback and you get feedback.
Yep. So as human beings, yeah, go ahead.
Evaluation, I think overall, you can reevaluate how things are going, and,
Yeah.
and growing from that.
And yeah, I love that. Asking ourselves really good questions all the time, right? Very good. Star student. And we're lucky as humans, right? There's species is an intentional word. Right? There's species out there that can create feedback loops based on environment, based on biology. I'm not going to get into that rabbit hole. But for us, we have the opportunity to create feedback loops in our work, with our significant other, with our children, with our parents, with our colleagues, with our leaders, with those that we lead, with our friends, right? It just goes on and on and on. With assessment tools, who's heard of a 360 before? Awesome. Okay, a number of you. That's great. So a 360 tool, for those of you that don't know, is hell, as I said. It is. It's because of the V word again, vulnerability word. So what it does is you collect data, you collect feedback from various parts of your life, right? And it's a series of questions, and the question depends on the assessment tool. A series of questions ask things about your personality, your performance, or your EQ, or your communication, or whatever it is. And then it compiles this huge data set. And you get to see themes that emerge based on the answers from your colleagues, from your friends, from whoever you collect the data from. What's so rich about that is the themes that come out of it, right? You get to learn, oh wow, I had this blind spot here that I was totally unaware of. And you get to learn, wow, there are a lot of people that think I hold this strength in my ability to communicate, or in my compassion, or in my trust, or whatever it is. So yeah, 360 tool, highly recommend it for anybody that has not had the opportunity. All right, we're going to get into some stats here. Change initiatives fail due to 2 primary reasons, accounting for over 70% of reasons for failure. We're getting into a little bit of the business end here, right? So change initiatives as it relates to human change in a business. Why do you think they fail? I like that. What else? Lack of engagement. Yeah, employees' resistance to change, right? So unless the employee is engaged in the change process, it's lukewarm results, you could say, right? and also that management doesn't support the change.
Let's just talk about Sears, shall we?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So management needs to support change initiatives if we expect any behavior to change in the systems that we're in. Which is why leadership is so important. And which is why developing your leadership, no matter what you're in, is so important, because you can make a difference in the system that you're in. Right? So according to Forbes, contributor and thought leader Joseph Falkman, has anybody heard of Joseph? Okay. Personal development efforts, aka change making, fails for one reason. Who knows that reason? Yes?
Lack of accountability.
Lack of accountability, good guess. Lack of accountability. Anybody else? Mindset, okay, yeah.
Inconsistency.
Inconsistent. These are all excellent answers. These are all excellent answers. And Joseph would disagree with you. No, they're all, I agree with what you're saying. Joseph says, because they aren't driven by the individual. And I think that's fair. Can we agree with that? Yeah? That's pretty fair, right? Have to be driven by the individual. And again, we're going to be talking consistently about change initiation today, right? Anytime we're trying to improve leadership or reduce our anxiety or, improve our relationship, we're really asking the question of, how do I create change in my life? Fair? Yeah? That's what we're going to be talking about. According to the APA, 2/3 of Americans report work as the main source of stress in their life. Crazy, right? So here's where it gets really interesting. According to the American Institute of Stress, workplace stress causes over how much in lost productivity due to absenteeism, accidents, and employee turnover? And I'm looking for a dollar amount.
Billion.
3 billion? Someone else? 3 billion going once?
10 billion.
17 billion. In the back? Somebody said something, I thought.
I said 10.
10 billion, anybody else? This is like Price is Right. Just gotta get really close, yeah. Say it.
$1.
50 billion, yeah, $1. $1. Who said $1? All right, I love it. I love it. $1. $1 for the win. And you said 50 billion, which is the closest. So here you go. So here's the reality. You ready for this number? It's staggering. A little drum roll. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. 300 billion. Crazy, right? We are stressed out. We are stressed the fuck out, right? And why is that important as leaders to know that?
Do something about it.
So your business is losing money. It's like you're burning it in the break room. You're burning money away. However, here's what we can do about it. I bring stress into our conversation because we can actually have an impact on it, right? Both on ourselves as well as those that we're in front of. So one lit review found that stress can be reduced through training and organizational approaches to participation in decision making, right? To increase support and feedback and improved communication. Essentially the 3 C's, right? Communication, feedback, and participation, connection, right? So we can have a huge impact on all of this money that we're consistently burning up, right? All right, let's keep moving. Practices, also related to how do we reduce stress. So we all know about self-care. Who's got a self-care practice? All right. Usually when I ask that question to like a room of executives, it's like 3 people. Well, I jog on Sundays for like an hour. What's that?
On vacation for yourself.
Right. I haven't taken a day off in 5 years. So meditation. I think I've had a number of conversations about meditation this weekend. Who meditates? Yeah, awesome. I love that. Does anybody use the Muse device? Got a few musers in the room. So check this out. I love it. The Muse. ChooseMuse.com. It's a biofeedback machine. We always give it as a part of our introductory 6-month leadership development coaching program. Comes with the program. And it is a biofeedback machine you wear on your head as a headband. It gives you real-time feedback about how you're meditating so that you can have another feedback loop, right? Feedback loop. And it helps you learn how to meditate at, I think, a rapid rate, right? Because normally in meditation, we don't have that feedback loop that this creates. So yeah, I encourage you to check it out. Exercise, nutrition, sleep, right? So we can do all these things. We can lift weights, we can run, walk, snowboard, hike, bike, and sex. We can have sex. And that helps us reduce stress. So yeah, we do all these things, right? We can do breath work. Question in the back?
I said it depends on who you're having sex with.
That might be very stressful, I agree. It might be very stressful. Fair enough. Point well taken. Point well taken. So is everybody practice breath work in here? Yeah, good. So breath work, meditation, they can often be combined, right? Here's a really fun stat about coaching. And this is going to blow your mind. I'm really excited about this one. Here's the deal. We often go to these trainings, right? And we get our little binder and our swag bag and our notepads. And where's that notepad going to be next week? Under your chair, on your desk, shoved somewhere away. Where else might it be? Garbage can, right? So, the research reflects this, right? So when we go to a training, we typically see 22% increase in productivity, for instance. You could apply this to any content. The content for this research is talking about productivity.